Hello everybody and welcome to today's group premium review. My name's Heather Murdoch and I'm looking forward to answering your questions today. How I run these sessions is that I put an hour aside in my diary, but if you've got all your questions answered, then I do finish the sessions early, because that enables me to then go on and answer other questions via tickets or in community. So if you do have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments box, whether you're watching through Facebook or YouTube. They both come up on my sort of ticker tape that I've got on my screen to be able to see the questions. And if you're watching this back on replay, which I know many of you do, first of all, thank you for watching. And second, please head over to community. There's a community thread that I've got set up, which is called Live Learning with Heather, your Publisher Success Manager. And on there, I put the sessions that you can watch back on and also ask questions from. I keep an eye on that post and will answer your questions just as soon as I can. So if you are watching this on playback, do head over there, and then I'd be happy to answer those questions for you. So how the group premium review works is that you can ask any questions that you would like about your Ezoic dashboard, about the wider publishing space, and then things like big data analytics or the tools, or any questions that you've got about how to optimize your site as well. All you need to do is just pop them in the comments box, and I'll answer each one in turn. So yeah, do let me know, and we'll go from there. Just while we're waiting for those first questions to come in, one of the things that I did want to let you know about is about the latest Ezoic blogs. So for many of you, you'll have heard of Humix and Flickify, and perhaps even used it at this stage as well, and seen the positive impact it's had on your revenue or user experience metrics. If you haven't come across Flickify or Humix yet, or aren't sure about the benefits of them, do head over to the Ezoic blog. There's a wide range of articles there that can help you to understand more about these tools and how you can use them as well to grow your business. And then the latest blog post that we have is about big data analytics. Now, I love big data analytics. The information that it has in there, I think, is really useful in terms of understanding your readers, but then also understanding how you can use that information to grow your business as well. So this article takes you through some different reports that can then help you to dig into that data, understand it more, and then use that information to put the next part of your business plan together. Obviously, we're coming towards the end of the year, and I know a lot of people in January will start thinking about the year ahead in terms of what they're looking to do from a content point of view, the goals they have for growing their business, and the steps that they want to take over the 12 months. So it's worth taking a look at big data analytics, familiarizing yourself with that. If it's not something that you use very often or aren't feeling too confident in, you can use this information to understand your readers better and to grow your business. So it's worth taking a look at that when you're ready. Okay, so just while we're waiting for your questions to come in, I'll just take you through the ad revenue index briefly as well. So the ad revenue index is an aggregate of all the ad rates over the past few years that Ezoic has been monitoring them, with 100 being the highest possible ad rates in recorded history. The way the ad revenue index works is you can enter your website and email address here, and then from that you can unlock other countries as well, so that you can look at the ad revenue index for the country that you're get the most traffic from, or perhaps where you're looking to get your traffic from, so that you can understand the ad rates from there better. There's also a sliding scale across the bottom. So at the moment I've got the full ad revenue index on there, so you can see how it's changed from 2016 right up to the modern times. And obviously, you know, the COVID impacting the world and business in general, you can see the impact that has had on ad rates quite dramatically in 2020. You can also slide the ad revenue index along so that you can look at this year in general. Obviously, it's been quite a flat year overall. That's been for a number of reasons: cost of living crisis, fuel crisis, the war in Ukraine. For the UK, we've had quite a bit of political upheaval, particularly over the summer as well, which has impacted the ad rates. And so you can just from this sort of see the flatness of that pattern. Obviously, the online ad revenue index is general, so your EPMV is likely to kind of follow this in general. But for some publishers, they do find that their sites are more positive than this. It does depend on the niche that you're in and the particular group of readers that you're getting to your website. And also it's worth looking at your Ezoic dashboard setup. So whilst the ad revenue index is flat, there's plenty that you can do to help increase your EPMV and your earnings by making sure that you've got a really good Ezoic dashboard setup, really good ad placeholder setup, using your full Flickify quota, fully using Humix, and that's both the engage and share functions. Having engage and share on can increase your EPMV by up to 15%. And so obviously that's going to make a big difference to your revenue. And then also looking at ways to increase your traffic as well, because obviously the more traffic that you're getting to your site, even if your EPMV is kind of flat, the more revenue that you'll be getting to your site as well. Having video on your website using Flickify and Humix can really help with this. That's both from a user engagement point of view, and then also your standing with Google, because reportedly Google likes to see videos on a website page. It gives it a sort of multimedia aspect, and then also Flickify videos can actually rank ahead of written content as well. So there's a multiple layers of benefit to that. Okay, so we've got our first couple of questions coming in. Thank you so much. So Nahome has said, hello, Heather. Hi, Nahome. Welcome back. It's lovely to meet you again today. Nahome has said, when my website is visited on desktop, the content will be centered and there are free places on both sides throughout the entire page. I want to create native ads for those places. So what I would recommend doing, Nahome, is creating sidebars for your website, and then you can put placeholders within those sidebars. Normally sidebars are on the right hand side of the website page, and we can put, I think it's up to 5 ad placeholders in there now when you combine both the sidebars, floating placeholder, and also native ad placeholders. I wouldn't recommend solely relying on native ads for either side of your website page, and the reason for that is native ads are designed to be able to catch your reader's attention, to click on them and then take them away from your website page. So you don't want that to be happening at the top of your content. That will reduce down your user experience metrics, which will impact your standing with Google, as well as your standing with advertisers as well. If they're seeing your user experience metrics drop, then they're likely to reduce the amount that they're willing to pay to put ads on your page. But also it reduces the volume of time that Ezoic has to monetize to those readers as well. It said that you've tried to create placeholders with the Chrome extension, but it doesn't allow me to select those blank spaces. So with those spaces, you need to have a pdiv for the ad placeholder to hold on to, and so if you're finding that the Chrome extension won't work, it's because there's no code in those blank spaces for the ad placeholder to connect into and then show on the website page. You might find that by hard coding the ad placeholders in, that then resolves this for you. But as I mentioned, I wouldn't recommend using native ad placeholders solely for those places. That will have a negative impact on your user experience. I'd recommend a mixture of using I think it's the 4 sidebar placeholders we've got now: top, middle, bottom, and sidebar floating as a priority. And then if you still have spaces in your sidebar, then use the native ad placeholders by all means, but have that fairly sort of lower down the page, so that your readers aren't seeing that as kind of the top feature of the sidebar. Okay, so Eduxa has said, "Hi Heather, I'm still not able to log into my site." Okay, I can understand that that's frustrating. I know last week you mentioned that you weren't able to log in. Eduxa, what steps have you taken over this last week? Have you reached out to support or reached out to community? Have they taken you through any troubleshooting steps? Okay, so just while we're waiting for Eduxa to respond, I'll just move on to Nahome's question. Nahome has said, "Okay, I didn't see those issues, so where is the best place to put native ads?" So in terms of native ads, the best place to put them is at the bottom of your website page. So somewhere like around the comments section is a really good place to have them, or towards the bottom of the sidebar. So you might want to put them at the block just above the sidebar floating, so that it's kind of about halfway down your page. People are then connected into your content, but if they've already got the answer that they want, you can then or they can then click on those native ads and are able to monetize that last click before they leave. Okay, so Eduxa has said, "I've not been able to reach the community. I logged in there, but when I tried to post the question, it logged me out." Okay, that's really strange, Eduxa. I've not heard of that happening before. So you say you always get the following message: "It appears you're attempting to log in from an unknown device. Please check your email for more information, or to approve this device, please remember to check your spam folder. If you did not receive an email, please reach out to support." Okay, what I'll do, Eduxa, is I'll put my email address into the comments box here. If you take a note of that and then send me an email from your Ezoic registered email address, I'll see what I can do to get this resolved for you. So bear with me, I'll just pop that in the comments box now. So there we go, Duxa. I've just put my email address in the comments feed. So please do make a note of that. Send me an email from your Ezoic registered email address, and then I'll look out for your email as soon as I've finished today, and we'll see what we can do to get this resolved for you. Okay, so just while we're waiting for our next questions to come in, just to recap the kind of questions that you can answer today. So you can ask any questions that you would like about your Ezoic dashboard, the Ezoic tools, your big data analytics, or any concerns or questions that you've got about the wider publishing space as well. I do finish these sessions early. If you've got the answers to all your questions, that then enables me to go on and help other publishers. If you do have questions, though, pop them in the comments box. Whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, they both come straight through to me, and I'll answer those questions just as soon as I can. So I'll give it a few minutes just to see if any more questions come in, and then if not, we'll close it for today. We do run these sessions every Wednesday. So we've got a couple of left before the Christmas holidays. There won't be any sessions between Christmas and New Year. I'm going to be off over that time period, but I will make sure that on community that you've got various different threads, so that you know where to go for help and support during that time. And then I'll be back at the start of January to be able to support you with growing your business from there. I am popping into a community just for a couple of hours, just each of the days between the Christmas bank holidays and the New Year. So I will keep out an eye out for any questions or comments that you've got there. We do have a session next week, which is worth looking out for, which is on, I think it's the 15th of December, which talks you through a Q&A session about the January ad rate drop. So if you haven't been with working with ads for January, what happens every single year, and you can see this in the ad revenue index as well. Every single year, ad rates drop right off at the start of January, and that's because what's happening is advertisers, a bit like consumers, are pulling back on their spending. From advertising point of view, what they're doing is they're reviewing the past quarter and the past year's results from the campaigns they ran, understanding what as a business they want to do for the next 12 months, and then slowly over the year the ad rates start to ramp up towards Easter. And what happens then is for consumers, we're all paying off our bills in January. So we're not going out and spending quite the same as we were in the lead up to Christmas. And then as the bills start getting paid off and people start to think more towards Easter and holidays, then they start to spend more. So advertisers start to spend more to put ads on sites as well. January is a really good time to work on things like site speed, making sure that you fully are using and understanding Flickify and Humix, and then also making sure you're digging into your data so that you're making the most of that time to build out content, because obviously it takes Google sort of 6 to 9 months at times to find articles, index them, and then to be able to put them to readers in a sort of the first page of Google search rankings. So January is a really good time to be able to focus on your content so that over the summer, as the ad rates start to climb, you've already got that content there ready for Google to show to your readers. Okay. So we don't have any more questions coming in. I'm just going to give it another minute, and then if we've got no questions coming in, I will close for today. Like I say, do look out for our next session next Wednesday. With these live sessions, I really love doing them. It gives me the opportunity to catch up with you folks and answer the questions in an instant way. If you are watching this on playback, do look out for the live Learning with Heather community thread, and put any questions that you've got in there, and I'll be able to see those and answer them for you just as soon as I can. Okay, so we don't have any more questions coming in. So what I'll do is I'll close the session down for today. Thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope you have a great day, and look forward to catching up with you next week. Take care. Bye for now.